All right. Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of the Studio C Mix Show.
Yo, what's good? What's great? It's your boy Phil.
The one, the only, Kid Fishes! Alright. Hold on 1 second. Popping cough drop seconds candy because I'm getting over a sickness. Alright. You guys want to start off with sports or fun?
Let's get the sports out the way.
First up, so is the Brazil games today, right?
Nope. September 6th.
September 6th. Nothing really going on much with the Steelers. We did not get that wide receiver we were looking at all off season. He re-signed with 49ers. We're gonna beat Falcons week 1, which that's a given.
You're forgetting something, my guy. You're forgetting
You
something
said
out
what?
of that. He's forgetting something out of there, and I feel like he's purposely doing it.
What am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, Russ is starting, which is okay.
Wow. What? And he can't even say it with his chest, Bill. Come on now, you gotta at least you gotta be somewhat proud of your team. You can't be like, oh my
I'm not. I
god,
never said I
I'm in
wasn't
the
proud.
dump.
I never said I wasn't proud. I'm just skeptical.
No, but you don't sound proud of your team. I'm sorry. I need some more oomph on that. It's okay that Kid
I'm
Vicious
not
was
gonna
right,
be
bro.
proud of my team unless we have a winning record.
Wow. You've had winning records for the last, what, 10 years?
Until Russ proves himself with the Steelers, I'm not getting my hopes up.
I mean, bro, it's your team. You gotta put some oomph on that. Even bad or good, you gotta show some passion. Even when you guys said I was hating on Jordan Love, I was showing passion for my team. By me being upset and angry, I was putting some oomph into it. That right there wasn't even putting oomph in it. But yeah, bro, like I just want to say, go on the record, I was right. Barbecue was wrong. There you
I mean,
go.
no,
Not saying
technically,
that Russ is gonna.
no. You were not right. No, you weren't.
I've always maintained
You said it was a given. He's 100% starting no matter what happens, and we
exactly,
had to make a decision.
and that's what happened.
No, what you
That's
said
what
was
happened.
there was no there was no contest that he's 100% starting. There was a contest.
You really call that a contest?
There was
I don't.
100%.
I call it. You got, you got shit over here. You got shit over here. Let's pick the bet. No, let's put the better of two bad things, bad situations. Let's go with the veteran player we know about versus the young buck that we barely know anything about. That's not a contest. A contest is competitive. It wasn't a
If
battle
it
for the
wasn't a
starting job.
contest, we would have known Russ would be starting weeks
And we
ahead.
did.
We did
And
not.
we did.
They just
I
announced
said in
it.
here. I said it here week after week saying Russell Wilson will be the Steelers starting quarterback. And look what happened.
And
He's the starting quarterback.
no, you said, Phil can back me
My
up with
God.
this. You said there's no contestation that he's 100% starting no matter what happens. There was a contestation. Let's be honest, if it was 100% no contestation, we would have announced that he's starting like preseason week 1 with everyone else.
It wasn't a
Yeah,
contest.
hold on real quick, KB, because it was definitely a quarterback competition and battle throughout the whole offseason. That's why they made the announcement once they started him. I get what you're saying. You made the prediction because I said the same thing that Russell Wilson will be starting, but it wasn't set in stone or guaranteed. They went with that decision. That's why announcement once they came to that conclusion. But it was somewhat of a competition just because of how you know Russ' performance. He wasn't performing up to expectation.
I will say this. It wasn't a I'll concede and say it was a competition, but it wasn't a competitive one. It was literally, all right, we got shit over here, we got shit over here. We know about this shit, so let's go with this. We barely know anything about this. That's what it was. It wasn't a competitive one. It really wasn't. All honesty, if you look at the numbers, it really wasn't. It
In
was
all
just the
honesty, if
fact
you
that
look
Justin
at the
Field didn't show enough.
numbers, I think our third string really did better than both.
I mean, you're not gonna start the third string. The third
I
string were
know,
literally.
but I mean, it's honest. It's truth. Let's see.
I just
Player
think that
stats.
all the Steelers are doing, the only thing I can think of is, all right, they're gonna see how long we're gonna start Russ, or Russ might pull something out the hat, and we got a veteran teaching the young buck. So when it's his time to shine, there you go.
I feel like what's gonna happen is Russ is still on the nice. So if he messes up once, he's out, and Justin Fields is gonna be. So
It's
he
gonna
could be
be.
starting one game. He could be starting all 18. Who knows?
I seen a poll that said how many weeks would it be for Justin before Russell? How long will Russell Wilson last? I don't remember all the numbers, but the one that I chose was 0 to 5 games,
That sounds about
and
right.
they're gonna they- they're gonna let it drag out a couple of games because I don't Russ has not been Seattle Russ, but I don't see y'all going 0-5. I really don't. 0-5. That means nothing's left in the tank and he needs to retire. I feel like they're gonna at least give him till mid-season. Because that's what y'all did when
And
y'all put in Kenny. When y'all put in Kenny, y'all that's when y'all put in Kenny Pickett mid-season. Now, I could be wrong. Y'all might put him in a little bit before that, but I think it's somewhere in there. I think Russ is gonna get a lot more leash than what fans of the Steelers think, just because of name recognition alone.
I don't think so. In all honesty, I think the only reason why we're starting it is for the Falcons games. Two, so they can market the shit out of it. Two, veteran quarterbacks facing up against each other. I feel like it has to do with marketing with that game.
That game, I mean, like I said about that game, it's down to who got the defensive bag to get the job done. Yeah, you can market it around the two quarterbacks. Let's be real. Kirk Cousins, yeah, he caused some trouble over in my division with my Packers, but it wasn't enough to say, okay, this guy is gonna go in here and dominate. Because Kirk Cousins is 250-50 of a player. It's almost like he does it on purpose in a bit. Wow, your dogs are really going at it. Anyways, like it's just like Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry, I'm going with Russ because like I said before, I know about this piece of shit. I don't really know about this one. Which some people are like, what? You're a Packers fan, you should know. Keep in mind, the Vikings only had a choke on our division for like a year or two before the Lions came around, so we really didn't see Kirk Cousins really take over. So it's about defense when it comes between y'all two teams. I hope I win my $30 off of Phil. I'm 1-0 against Phil when it comes to betting. I don't want to go 1-1. I don't want to drop. I don't want to drop a bet against Phil. Because Phil has just kind of started to run this a lot. Chat. He just started to like a lot, and it's just kind of irking me. Barbecue starting to seem less nicer and less confrontational, but yeah, like back to that. I just feel like Russell Wilson is the better quarterback out of the two, in my opinion. I'm just saying. I know the stats in recent years haven't shown that, but I just feel like switching to a new team and getting the job done, I think Russ will do a better job. I think it'll be a close game. And like I said, it's down to the defense. And all y'all gotta do is if y'all in trouble, I know it's easier said than done. Stop Youngway Koo or whatever his name is to kick the field goal. That's all you gotta do. Because that's what won them games last year. Field goals. That's it. That's really how they won. It's field goals. So but yeah, I mean, Russ is on thin ice, so he has to ball out this year or it's over. And I feel like he is. I know a lot of people are skeptical, but I feel like Russ is gonna ball out this year. You're on your last leg. You gotta do something. You gotta put up a fight. Even if you don't win a Super Bowl, you gotta put up a fight.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have too much this week to say about these two teams or this game coming up simply because I know we will definitely give our final thoughts on it next week with the game being that Sunday. And Friday night, I'm not about to go back and forth with KB on Friday night because you don't need that. But the only thing I will say is that, but to the Kirk Cousins point, like I said, he's definitely 50-50 and all that. I think what a lot of people don't realize, or the people that are hyping us up, what they do realize is that the last the last 2 seasons, we had Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ritter, and Taylor Heineke as our quarterback. Kirk Cousins, and we won 7 games with each of them. All Kirk Cousins has to do, which he is just be better than that. That's 10 wins right there. So I mean, we're not asking for Kirk Cousins to be this top 10, even top 15 quarterback. Are we paying him like that? Unfortunately, yes. But honestly, if he's a top 18 to 20 quarterback at worst, that's really all we can ask for, coming in. And anything else higher, that's great. But yeah, that's all we can ask for.
I feel like, I mean, you also got
I
to think.
love that attitude, Phil. I love that fan's attitude right there. I really do. Oh goodness.
So
But
I,
yeah,
I almost
one thing I
forgot.
just want to say about the Packers, huh?
I almost forgot. Isn't Kurt coming off injury from last year?
Yeah, he
So
torn Achilles.
that could be. So really, he's probably about 60-40 or 40-60 if we were in
Yeah.
I
the
mean, with that,
August.
Kirk Cousin is a stand in the pocket quarterback. He's not a scrambler, so I mean, yeah, that's a big deal. But I mean, the Falcons got a good offensive line. I don't think they've ever really had a bad one. I just think that one year they were undersized, and Matt Ryan didn't know how to let the ball go because that was on Matt Ryan. Wasn't on their line. I will admit that. A lot of that was on Matt Ryan. Like I'm not even a Falcons fan, and I'll admit this. There were times when I watched y'all feel, and I'm like, what the oh, like, oh my God, like, dude, throw it, God. And his biggest problem, he used to wait for Julio to get open too much. That's why Julio career went down the drain. So yeah, but I will say, I mean, he's in the pocket quarterback, so maybe it won't be that tough of a regrouping. I mean, yeah. Not saying it's not gonna affect, but it shouldn't be too hard.
So I do have a little trivia for you guys for what's on my mind for the sports side. So college football is starting back. I'm not sure how too into college football you guys are, so I didn't want to do anything too challenging, but something still, that's going to be a challenge. And it is guessing the last 10 national championship winners. So starting at the 23-24 season that happened last year, all the way to back to the 2013 to 14 season. So how it worked. Of course, one of you guys, whoever wants to start it off first. You can start off. We'll go year by year. You get 3 strikes and you're out, and 4 hints. And the last man standing wins, or if either you complete, or last man standing wins. Who would want to start first?
I'll start.
Yeah,
All right.
since
So
I won
barbecue,
last time, you can
starting with
start.
All right. So
starting with this past season's national champion.
that's easy.
This is easy.
The Michigan Wolverines.
Correct. All right. KB, 2022 champion.
Oh, God damn it. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Correct. All right. Barbecue, 21 champions.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh my God.
Correct. All right. 2020 KB.
2020? LSU?
That is wrong, unfortunately. Close. Not LSU though. All right. Barbecue, 2020.
You got it wrong. 2020. Oh. Wasn't wasn't Bulldogs again. They only won twice. Was it Alabama?
That is correct. Alabama was. All right. 2019. Back to KB.
Mm, oh man. I'm just gonna go out there. Alabama, I guess. I don't know.
That's strike two. Incorrect. 2019 barbecue.
All right. 2019. Was it the Crimson Tide? Or no, that's
That is incorrect. I think KB is. So back to you, KB. 2019. You have 4 hints, by the way. You already got 2 strikes. You got 4 hints. I'm not gonna make you use them,
I'll
but
take a
just letting you
I'll,
know they're there.
I'll take a hint.
Okay. So first hint, you literally said the team. One of your guesses. I said it was close.
Oh, LSU.
Yes, that is correct. LSU was 2019. All right, 2018 barbecue.
18, 18,
Hmm.
18. Was it Florida? Florida State?
That is incorrect. That two. 20, maybe.
I'll take another hint. I'm on the ledge.
All right, this team is orange.
Oh, Clemson.
That is correct. All right, 2017 barbecue.
All right, give me a hint.
All right. Uh, we've said this team multiple times already.
LSU?
That is incorrect. So that is strike three, barbecue. You are unfortunately out. KV, would you like to continue until you get out, or do you want to just go ahead and finish up the list?
Uh, I won, so yeah, we don't have to keep going.
All right, cool. So, barbecue 2017 was Alabama, team we mentioned multiple times already. Yeah, so 2017 was Alabama. 2016 was Clemson. 2015 was Alabama again. And 2014, the last year that ended off, was Ohio State. So basically, this list is Alabama sprinkled in with a couple other teams. Yeah, just wanted to do something college football related with college football starting back. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I was an Alabama fan at one point, but I stopped watching college football after Who played for us that really got on my nerves? What's the Panthers quarterback name?
Bryce Young.
Yeah, after Bryce Young freaking almost freaking flopped that game against Auburn, I was like, "Ugh, fuck college football at this point." And Georgia went up and won a freaking national championship the same year. I was so done. I literally like I still support Alabama because that's the team that I was first introduced to when I was a little kid by my dad's uncle. So yeah, that's the first team he introduced me to. So I always went with them. So yeah.
All right, moving
But we
on.
never mentioned anything about my Packers, bro. We're about to literally we're breaking ground in Brazil. Like, come on. You guys are haters, bro. Haters. Like, come on. Like, even though we're probably gonna
That's not for
lose
like
to the
what next
Eagles,
week.
we're still gonna lose to the Eagles. But shoot, is what it is. Why you say they're here for the cookies? Like, oh, barbecue, you be giving out cookies and stuff on your channel or something?
Maybe. We kind of talked about the Brazil game before.
I mean, we don't have to talk about it. We can go on to whatever we're going on next. I'll talk about it next week, though.
Yeah, we can talk about it next week. I mean, there's not really much to talk about other than like they're letting you guys wear green. Uh, but yeah, it's
Of course, this is what a hater would say. A hater say, not really much to talk about, you know? You just mad the Steelers ain't playing it in Brazil.
I don't care. If anything, they wouldn't go to Brazil. They would go to Ireland. I'd watch that game. Oh yeah. Oh, that is how I would lure people in. I'd say, "Come in for a cookie." I used to do that.
Oh, hold you. I thought y'all was talking about something else, but I'm not gonna say it on the channel. So yeah.
All right. Moving on to the fun show. That's homework. All right. I got a question for you guys. I got actually a few
Word on.
questions. First one is just like it's not one of those weird questions like the previous weeks. After there's a question. There's two. First question is what villain was 100% right? Like what villain do you agree with? I saw a video someone said Ultron was right.
I'll start off with this one. I will say Killmonger from Black Panther. I think he may have not went about things the exact right way, but his reasonings and way he was doing was 100% right. His father was killed by his uncle. They just left him, abandoned him in the projects, and let basically left him unknown. He had knew nothing about Wakanda. They just basically like he was a problem or cursed child. Just threw him away. Never took care of him. Left him on his own to take care of himself. He had a rich uncle, auntie, cousins he never knew about, and I would definitely feel away too. And he had every right to challenge for the throne. He had every right to feel upset in the things that he did. Now destroying the I forgot what's called, but destroying Wakanda and everything like that. He went about that the wrong way. But as far as his reasons and everything, I mean, I think Killmonger was a villain that was 100% right.
No, I gotta disagree with that, Phil. Some of it I agree with, but on the part of when they abandoned him, okay, I agree with that. But he knew about them because if you remember watching the movie, he showed his father the little tag under his lip. He knew of them, but the kids, like his cousins and stuff, didn't know about him. But his father did. I mean, yeah. But I think it was a thing of family or your country. You're running a coun keep in mind, this person is running a country, and he's the king, so most kings wanna keep it in their bloodline, and when they say bloodline, they mean their direct, their offsprings. Yeah, in that type of monarch, yeah, he was able to challenge, but technically, from other monarchs that I've seen in our, like, real history, usually the younger brother is usually just a prince. He'll never take over as king unless special circumstances happen. And, like, I mean, Killmonger, he was a dictator. He wasn't a king. I mean, this man came and destroyed a natural resource, an herb. Doing that automatically disqualified him from being a king in my eyes. Because you just ruined the thing that continues with the Black Panther thing. Nope, the next ruler would be defenseless without it. He wouldn't have the power. I mean, Killmonger. I mean, he sending weapons of mass destruction to other Black people around the globe was insane. I mean, you got to think about the year it was. By then, we weren't. I don't think we were impoverished by then. If you really look at it, yeah, there were still some rough spots, but I don't think what he did was justified. I don't really see how you justify that because you're giving all these people weapons of mass destruction to start a civil war basically in America. Because let's
Nah,
be real,
nah. See,
that's where it was
real
going.
quick, real quick, bro. With it, and not to stay on this wrong. 'Cause it's been a while since I watched it, but from what I remember, his reasoning was he was saying Wakanda is keeping the vibranium and all these weapons to themselves, and he was like, because he grew up in the hood, he was like my people and stuff, we could be using this, we could have this and help us out. So I think that was his reasoning for everything. Like I said, that's why a lot of everything he did, his reasonings made sense, and he was really right. It was just a terrible way of going about it. Like yes, in your case, you don't send the vibranium or these crazy weapons and just send them out. Wow, but you can understand where he was coming from, and that's all I'm saying with him. So maybe he's not even 100% right villain. I really don't think it's any such thing as 100% right villain because even
Oh,
their
there is.
reasonings. Okay.
There is one.
Who?
But like continue what you were saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just saying I don't really think it's a such thing as 100% right villain, even if their reasonings make sense. Obviously, the way they went about things wasn't right, which is why they're a villain. But yeah, as far as Killmonger, I just feel like his reasons why he did things made sense and was justified, in my opinion.
All right. My person, this person gets the bad rap. He is like a horrible person. Oh my God, the Joker. The Joker was 100, not even 100. He was 90% correct. You got to think about the setting of Gotham. Gotham is the most corrupt city I have ever seen in my life. There is no such thing as a good guy in Gotham. That does not exist. Because, truth be told, Batman got his hands dirty before he even became Batman. Let's be real. And, like, the Joker was right because of how he could rally the people, the poor and impoverished. He rallied the people. Yes, it raised pandemonium in the city, but the city was already corrupt. He gave the city a villain. He gave the city a superhero as well in Batman. Without the Joker, Batman would not be Batman. The Joker. Literally this guy, no Joker has no like definitive storyline. It always changing. But I'm just gonna go off the movies. The Joker, this poor guy, mental health. His mother struggled with mental health too. And he was able to pull himself up by the bootstraps. and become this famous villain who inspired an entire city. Everyone, his followers. He didn't force them to follow him. They just flocked to him, like Harley Quinn. He didn't sit up there and go, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go after her." No, she went after him. This dude is the man of the people. Joker is motives were 190% correct. Now some of them were extreme, but it's not his fault. Look what he grew up at. Come on. There was nothing. The government's corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. The Joker, he knew how to bring people together for a cause. He opened up people's mind to the rich, that the rich people didn't care about them. You got to make them care about you. Stand up for yourself. So, yeah, Joker is that villain where his motives were correct. Thank you. I rest my case.
I think Hope's right. That's how cults start.
What? No, like Bruce was a kid in Gotham too, though. He was bro, he wasn't a cult. He didn't force these people to come to him. He did not. They came to him.
And if they didn't,
He
he
was
killed
speaking
them.
up for himself. He spoke up for himself. These people just came to him. He didn't say, "Hey, you guys follow me. Let's go. I got you." No. He didn't try to trick them into thinking a certain way or believing in a certain belief system. I'm sorry. No, it's far from a cult. No.
Will
Come
say
on.
I gotta disagree with you on this one. I think that Joker, he's one of those people. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I can maybe see on certain things where I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe if you're judging off the Joker movie only, I think that's definitely the most.
No. I was pulling
It's
for multiple things, bro. Like I was pulling for Gotham, the TV show, and pulling from the movie as well. Like
okay.
he
Nah,
like
Joker is no, no, not at all.
I'm going with the Joker,
Not at
man.
all.
All right.
He did right for the people.
Mine is Thanos. Hear me
You
out.
said who?
Thanos.
Oh, no, this guy killed half the population.
Listen, his reasoning though. His reasoning: overpopulation, not enough food. There's only one way to cure
What are we?
some of that stuff.
What are we? China?
I mean,
Don't mean to be
him
political.
and you could almost say him and Ultron kind of had the same motives. Because Ultron, he was bred to, he was made to uh, help society and protect humans, but the only way it could find to protect humans was from humans. Like the biggest human enemy was humans. So that's when it went on a big killing spree. You could almost say that Thanos had the same idea, he just did it on a bigger scale.
The hell? No! Bruh, Thanos literally killed half the population. If it wasn't for the stone, half the Earth's population would be gone. Literally. No. Thanos
But
literally,
he did
he
it
literally,
so
he
we wouldn't
abducted kids.
suffer.
He abducted kids and put implants in them.
No, listen. I'm just talking about what he did on Earth. That's the only one that I'm saying. But
Even his own people didn't like him. Yes, Marvel didn't talk much about them, but from what they said, his own people didn't like him. No. Like, no. And you guys said my statement was well. Joker was a man of the people, whether it was good or bad.
Now listen,
Thanos,
listen.
no one liked Thanos.
Thanos had a point. Thanos had a point.
Like,
Yeah, but
no.
his point even still isn't good enough to wipe out, an entire population. And then not only that, as a Marvel fan, he was the start of this confusion when he made everybody disappear, and now we got 5 years later everything. So, no, I can't agree with that one either. Thanos, like I said, maybe he could recognize a problem, but yeah, as far as going about it and what he was doing, I can't go for that either.
No, like, okay,
Bro.
I'm still gonna try to convince you guys, but listen. So after he snapped, you guys remember in Endgame, after he snapped, like he didn't care if he died or not. He got rid of the stones after he snapped because he didn't want anything else to happen. Like he didn't want and he didn't want any other damage to happen. He was like, getting rid of half the planet is good for these reasons. I'm gonna go do it, and he did it. That's the only thing he did. If he was a true villain, he would have kept using the stones at least one more time to snap, and he could have done literally anything else, like exploded the Earth, create a big black hole to suck up the galaxy. He could have made humans extinct, fully extinct, but he didn't. He kept 50% of people. And actually, I think there's in the comics or somewhere, I can't remember where it was. He did that to a different world, and they actually thrived. So he did his research, and it worked. So he thought, let's do it to Earth.
This isn't your planet to do that shit to. He played God. Literally, he played God. And he wasn't even a god. And just learning hope. I just want to say Joker is not a cult leader, bro. That's all I want to say. But anyways, back to Thanos. Thanos literally played God with a planet that he didn't even come from. You're justifying that. That is crazy. That is insane.
It was
No.
for overpopulation because we were overpopulated in that Earth.
Who the decide you're from another damn planet? You're not from Earth. What? It's
And
not for you to
actually,
decide.
if you think about it, he was trying to. So, if you guys remember in Age of Ultron, no, it wasn't Age of Ultron. It was the first Avengers. He actually hired Loki to take the T'Chari to Earth. So he was giving the T'Chari a new home. So he was like giving these people who don't have a home a new home. So he's right.
No, and then he killed half of them.
Yeah,
Not the
yeah. I'm
T'Chari.
sorry. It's gonna be no way. It's gonna be no way I can be convinced that wiping out half the planet, sending Loki to destroy the planet, or whatever his intentions were, he almost destroyed the planet himself. There's no way you can convince me for he's right or he has good reasonings or intentions. There's just I just can't get down with that.
And I want to say this. I'm not going to say this whole person's name. Hope. I'm going to say Hope. Bruh, you need to explain to me how Joker is a cult leader because Joker didn't ask these people to come be a part of his organization. He never asked them to. They did it on their own free will. No, I'm sorry.
Well,
He didn't
cult
go up to
leaders
them in a
don't ask
parking lot.
people. They
No, he didn't go up
cult
to them
leaders.
in a parking lot and say, "Hey, it's okay." And talk up their program in any way. He didn't drop us a dollar on the ground and say, "Come on, come on." Like, I'm not saying all cults don't sit up there and harass the person to join or force them, but they do things to incentivize it and dress it up like it isn't. The Joker does never did that. He didn't. These people came at their own free will. The woman that he fell in love with literally was his therapist, and she was supposed to help him get better, and she fell in love with him. He didn't say, "Hey, you're mine." No, he's a cult leader.
Didn't he kill them if they
He's
didn't?
not a cult leader.
Didn't he
Like,
kill
I don't care
them?
what anybody says. The Joker was not a cult leader. No, he didn't force these people. He did not force these people. He didn't even talk them into joining him. No, they joined him on their own. No, the Joker was what he did was justified. Yeah, he's in ad jail. Yeah, Hope. Yeah, because the ads know who's right.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Before we move on
the
to my
Joker
next
was
question,
justified.
I got actually another villain. What about Ultron? What are you guys' thoughts on Ultron?
Bro, this is a computer taking over the world. Literally, what's happening now. Well, what's about to eventually happen. No, we can't control
No, but
technology.
did you watch Age of Ultron?
Yeah,
It was Tony Stark made Ultron to protect the world. So
he did it.
Ultron did his research, found out the biggest threat to humanity was humans.
But
So he
you
did
gotta
what he
think
thought
about
was
it.
right,
He did
and
what he thought was computerly right because he's a robot. He doesn't act on emotion. He has no emotion.
exactly. So
He
he did what he thought
he
was
does
right.
no.
He did what he thought was right and took out people. He just did. He's in the same boat Killmonger is. He's in the right, but
Nah,
he's in the right, but the execution just wasn't there.
Are you saying you want a AI technology to run how you live your life?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying his job was to protect humanity. The way he
And did he
found
do that?
out the way he found out the biggest threat that he found out to humanity after searching all the internet, he searched throughout the whole internet and found out the biggest threat to humanity was humans. So why not take out humans? Boom, no more threat to humanity.
No. That's basically the same argument as Thanos taking out half the population, solving half the problem. This guy wanted Ultron wanted to take out all of humanity, like literally make it no more, just robots and computers. Like
yeah, that
eventually,
is
who's to
what he
say
wanted.
that's
Yeah,
not gonna
it was
become
just I can't. Ultron is even worse than Thanos. Low key, he may be. I'm not. I can't. After all of our villains, I must say, I think Killmonger is easily the.
oh fuck no. This guy literally wanted to start World War III.
His uncle killed his dad, left him there,
Dude,
did not help him at
his
all,
uncle
left him to
was
grow up
a
on his own.
terrorist. His uncle was a
Bro,
terrorist.
that
Yes, he
it
was.
was something. I haven't watched the movie in a while, but it was more to that.
He
It was more to that.
he's exactly his dad. They didn't say in the movie, but his dad was basically a terrorist. He smuggled illegal weapons out of his country into another country. He was an
What
arms
does that
dealer.
have to do with leaving your nephew? What does that have to do with leaving your nephew behind? But
That
what
has
does
a
his
lot to
dad actually
do,
have to do with
dude. His brother as brothers. You're I in that situation. If it's me and my brother, and he has a kid, I wouldn't leave him behind, but this is a guy who's running a country. That selfish part of him wants his children to take the throne. He doesn't want to bring another child that can challenge for the throne. His dad, his emotions towards his dad is why he left Killmonger in in California, in Oakland. That's why.
That
It
is
was it had
exactly
nothing to
why
do with the kid.
That's exactly why Killmonger is right. And you know what? All honesty, bro, Killmonger, he went and challenged the throne the right way. He whooped T'Challa. He whooped him, threw him off the mountain, and that could have been the end of the movie. He didn't even do any. He was a bad king, but just because you're a bad king don't make you a villain necessarily. T'Challa he came for a rematch. There shouldn't be no rematch. I'm king already. You come back during the next time. Like I'm
But
not gonna
no,
lie.
the
Like
thing is, the technically T'Challa wasn't in the wrong. He wasn't dead. He didn't yield at all. So the fight never ended.
bro,
It
you got
never
thrown off a
ended.
mountain, bro. You're done. That's the end of the fight. You're
It
done. And
never
you,
ended.
bro, he came back like 2 months later, talking about I'm back for King. Like, nah, bro, you not. Nah, that
No,
shit
but
work.
the thing is, y'all didn't even if y'all hated Killmonger so much, why didn't you go down there and make if you were so scared of him, why didn't you go go down there to make sure that T'Challa was dead? Y'all they never confirmed if he
Because
was
he wasn't
dead or
scared of
alive.
him. He just whooped him. He threw him off a mountain. He wasn't scared of him. That's why he didn't check on him.
No, I'm
Like,
saying they never confirmed his death. So technically the fight was never over. So he
I mean, if I throw you off a mountain and I can't see nothing, I'm going to assume you're dead, bro. I mean, I literally just see clouds
if
and
you
water
love
running down.
if they loved T'Challa how they loved him, they would have went down there to see if he was dead or alive. Killmonger, no,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was not right. He was literally wanted to start a global war. That's literally what he was doing.
No, he wanted to take what was his. He wanted to
Oh
take
my
what he
God.
could rightfully challenge for, which is the throne.
Bro,
His skin,
his
he had
right
royalty
hand man
blood.
literally told T'Challa before he came, it would be different. We don't want to send out our resources, but if you told me to take me and my men, I would go out there and kill the rest of the earth. He literally said that. And then he joined up with Killmonger. The plan was to start a global war and wipe out everyone else besides his people, black people. No, this guy was a terrorist. No,
So we
he
got
literally said, I've killed on this continent. I've killed in Africa." He killed his own people, and you're talking about he was right? Oh no, this man about to make me pass out, bro. Change the topic, bro.
so out of the
Change the
three,
question.
out of the three, so we got a guy who wants to commit mass genocide, a cult leader, and a terrorist.
I mean, you might as well say that Killmonger wanted to kill mass genocide too. Shit, he killed his own
All
people.
right,
He just wanted to
let's.
be loved. Just wanted to be loved by his family that abandoned him.
No, so you kill your own people that you're trying to send out weapons? Kidding me?
I don't remember him trying to
I
kill his
already
own
know.
people. I thought the whole point was
I
trying to
already
help.
know.
I,
I already know the fans in the chat. They're gonna say Phil was right. Phil, Mister. Oh, I got a nice smile. Oh, my pretty boy Phil. Yeah. Anyways, they're gonna say Phil is right. I feel like Joker is not a cult leader, but I feel like if all non-biased, going off everything has been said, Killmonger unfortunately is number one. Joker is number two because he wasn't trying to kill the entire planet. He was just trying to take over Gotham. And Thanos is three because he literally wiped out half the planet.
yeah, I agree with that. I do.
Oh, you are my new enemy. You are my new enemy. Bad side of Kid Vicious. I want him on here. I want him on here now. Now. I want him on here now. Make it happen, barbecue.
No.
Yeah. Get out the chat. Join the Discord. I want him on here now. Out of here now. Now, now, now.
I mean, if he wants to join, he can. He
If
can,
he
but
wants to, he doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. God, this is Shane. This is Shane in disguise. I know it. I know it. Know it. God.
all right. Next up, for KV has an aneurysm. Um, is peanut butter a liquid?
Oh my God. Christian, do you like want to hurt my brain? Have you even? You don't even. I mean, I guess how do you even get peanut butter in a liquid form by letting it stay out the refrigerator? I don't think so.
I
How
mean,
do you get in
you
a
can
liquid
microwave
form?
it, but I think organic. I believe organic peanut butter comes in liquid form anyway. I think because you have to like mix it up. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Will Pog, you're correct, but at the same time, Gotham was already in shambles. That's all I want to say. But to this question, peanut butter is it a liquid? You have to make it a liquid though. That's the thing. You said you have to warm it up. You gotta make
But
it
not
that.
always, cause cause there's a certain peanut butter that you have to like mix it in whenever you first like unpackage it.
I'm trying to think. I don't eat a lot of peanut butter. I mean, the most popular one I know is Jiffy. Do you have to do that? I don't think you have to do
You don't
that
have
with
to do it
Jiffy.
with. I think it's mostly expensive brands, but I don't. That's what I've heard.
Wow.
That I don't.
I feel
I don't know.
poor.
It's like
I feel poor. I didn't know Jiffy was not an expensive brand. I
how
thought it
much is
was.
Jiffy?
Jiffy's like one of the most popular peanut butter brands.
Yeah, the oil and water.
Miss Dean says a liquid is classified as free flowing. Oil and water are liquids.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think peanut butter is a liquid.
Yeah, I
My
don't
thing,
think
if
peanut
I can
butter is a
hold it
liquid. I really
over
don't.
your head and it's not going to pour out, I don't consider that a liquid.
That makes sense. I mean, it'll eventually fall out.
Yeah, but say if I hold oil over your head, it's coming out immediately. Where peanut butter, we may be there for 30 minutes to,
But
if
then
not
would
more,
would
depending on.
like a thick honey be considered non-liquid then?
Um,
Honey is a li-
honey
I
is a
like honey
liquid.
is a
Honey
yeah,
should
honey
be.
is a
But
liquid.
it would take a while. Like if we're going by Phil's theory, it takes a while for it to pour out.
It
But
would
it doesn't
take
take 30
longer
minutes to an
than.
hour.
See, I'm not.
It takes some seconds. At max it probably take like 50 seconds. Not even that, 30 seconds, I'll say. It's not that slow of a process.
I would think of it as like a no. It wouldn't be a non-Newtonian fluid either because
Oh, good.
free flowing in its natural. Okay, then no, it's not a. Okay. All right. Next, if you put a chameleon, everyone knows what a chameleon is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. If you put a chameleon on a mirror, what color would it change? Would it be green because it's like reflecting itself, or would it be like a?
I was about to say that. Yeah. It would be, it's whatever color. It would be green because it's going to go off of its own reflection.
I mean, I don't know though. Yeah, possibly it would, but it usually adapts to its environment. And the mirror, it's on the mirror, so but the mirror doesn't have a color, so yeah, it would be green still.
But imagine if like You put a chameleon on a mirror and it just becomes reflective.
Has that ever been tested? I'm pretty sure it has.
I'm sure some zoologist has tested at some point. All right. I actually think this next topic was not true. All right. I'm not saying any solid proof it was true, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Portal 3 was announced through a Twitter post that it's coming out soon. I'm not sure if it's 100% true. I did hear it was fake. It may be fake, um, but yeah, that's something to look forward to.
You said what was it called again?
Portal 3.
Portal?
Yeah,
I've never even heard of that.
I played Portal a bit of Portal 1. I haven't played Portal 2, but I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
I
too
don't.
familiar
Let me
with
see.
that.
Portal.
What's the game about?
It's like you're in this facility, in this like experimental facility testing stuff, and you have to use a portal gun to complete tasks. And I think in the I think in the second one, the facility is like uh deteriorating, and you gotta like escape from something. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. I remember hearing about this game. Last game came out in 2011. I remember hearing about this game. I was never interested in it.
All right. Next up, some sad news. Spider-Man 4 will be a multiverse movie, not a grounded movie like we all were hoping. Um, and apparently, it's rumored that it's in between. I think it's in between the two Avengers movies, and any movie in between those two movies will be in space. So definitely not as grounded as we thought it would be, which is a shame because they had a perfect setup for it. Uh, Aunt May is dead. Uh, Peter is broke. No one remembers him. He's we saw he went into like an old dusty apartment like where Spider-Man is supposed to be. I mean, they had a perfect setup for a grounded, nice Spider-Man movie, and Sony just messed it up.
I'll just say this. I mean, the days of Spider-Man being by himself are long gone. I mean, the last time we seen Spider-Man by himself, to be honest with you, was what was that mockery of a Spider-Man's name? Uh, what's his name? That y'all love, the guy from Amazing Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield.
Oh yeah, Andrew Garfield. I mean, that was the last time you seen a solo Spider-Man, an actual standalone Spider-Man. I don't know, like this Spider-Man. I mean, they try to like. I feel like they trying to they're kind of in a rut, not in a rut, but kind of doing like a Star Wars thing. Can't really pick where they want to be at on the timeline or where they want to go. I mean, if like I feel like the last movie kind of set it up for it to be more, set it up for where it's not gonna be a bunch of standalone movies because you brought in these other Spider-Mans. So, I mean, people are gonna, whether you like it or not, you're gonna want to know about the other Spider-Mans as well. I'm not saying you gotta bring in ones from the past, but you gotta bring in some from the other universes as well. So,
I mean, not really, because no one remembers this Peter. Because remember the spell ended up working. Doctor Strange ended up doing a new spell where no one remembers him. So
I mean, eventually they're gonna remember him if it's in between two Avengers movies. They're gonna
I
have to tie it
I don't
back
know
in,
how that's gonna tie
tie it back
in,
in.
but since no, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean,
Phil probably knows more than we do. Like, can't remember if it was everyone in on Earth or if it was just everyone in general.
Who the spell got casted to? Yeah, yeah. No one remembers that Peter Spider-Man. No one has any recollection of Peter Parker in general. Just him as a whole. Yeah. But I'll go and get my take on this. Obviously, if this is true, this is very disappointing. Honestly, I don't think this is true because we've just heard too many different things at this point, different release dates. We've heard it's no doubt, like guaranteed, going to be a standalone neighborhood Spider-Man movie. We've heard Mr. Negative being casted. We've heard Black Cat, Selena Kyle being not Selena, but Black Cat being casted. Then we've heard it's just too many different things we've heard about this movie that hasn't even begun production yet, I think. At this point, I'm not really taking too much into it. It's one of those things we'll have to just or for me, I'll have to just see it when we're able to see it and believe it when I see it. I've just heard too many direction they're going in at this point, and it's very misleading. Like I said, we got one thing here, a whole nother thing here. It's just a lot of different things I've been hearing. So yeah, at this point, it's just one of those. I'll see when see it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not true. I feel like especially in between two Avengers movies, I feel like a nice grounded Spider-Man would be perfect. Um, I feel like because Sony put in their Sony put in their contract that whatever villains they use for Spider-Man solo films that Marvel can't use in the Avengers movies. So I feel like Sony's just trying to put like every single villain from the Spider-Man universe into the Spider-Man movies that it's just probably it's most likely not gonna work out.
I mean, either way, I'm still gonna watch it. What either way, I'm gonna watch it. Always gonna watch it.
I do feel like Marvel should like I know it's not really they can't really do anything about Sony owning Spider-Man, but I feel like they should throw something on the table. Be like, hey, we'll give you, especially now that they're owned by Disney. I feel like they should say, hey, we'll give you like $2 billion for Spider-Man or something. Like,
Which I don't get that. I don't get how you can. I don't get how the ownership works with Spider-Man. I really don't.
all right,
Because
so
if that's the case, why is Spider-Man in Marvel movies if Disney doesn't
because
own
they
Spider-Man?
so let me take you to the beginning. So I believe it's The
Becau-
90s?
because Disney has arguably has the money to buy out
Well,
Sony
listen,
with
listen.
Spider-Man.
So I believe it was the 90s. Marvel was going bankrupt before. This was like before all the every movie. 90s or 80s or something like that. So they're like, okay, we'll sell off some of our lesser known uh heroes, X-Men, uh Deadpool, Spider-Man. So they sold off all these heroes, and and then Disney bought Marvel, and then they bought Fox, which owned X-Men, and then Sony just kept a hold of Spider-Man, the Spider-Man IP.
So
He
how is Marvel legally able to use Spider-Man in in their movies
they
if Sony
they
owns?
go to Sony and be like, "Hey, we want to use Spider-Man for these movies. Are we allowed to use use Spider-Man, the Spider-Man IP?" Sony's like, "Yeah, let's create a contract for X amount of movies. Boom, sign, and they're allowed to use it."
Okay, I mean, all honesty, I feel like the only way that they could get ownership is if they bought out Spider-Man's part of the deal. But I feel like in order for them to actually get that, I don't think Sony's gonna go away without a fight. They would have to end up buying Sony. I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's also why we had a they had a huge dispute like 2020, I believe, 2021, where they Spider-Man was might have not been allowed to be in any more Avengers movies. But they can't ended up coming to a deal.
It is all honestly like, yeah, I mean, it's just okay, that explains Madam Web. Because I was wondering, how are they not suing them for that movie? That explains Madam Web then. So, I mean, in my opinion, this is an interesting contract. Why not use Spider-Man if you have the rights to him?
They do use them. They've been
No, I'm
using
saying
them.
why doesn't Sony use Spider-Man if they have the rights to
They
him?
do. They made the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. They made the Toby
I thought that was
Spider-Man.
Marvel.
They produced Spider-Man. The Spider-Man movies. Those have the Marvel name, but they're produced by Sony.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
I believe they have the Marvel name. Maybe they don't.
Just yeah, they do. My cousin just said they do. This is more political than anything.
Yeah,
This
it's
has
it's
nothing to
just
do
business.
with the storyline.
It's
It's business. It's business.
Sony doesn't want to give up the IP. It makes them too much money, but at the same time, they're ruining the IP by making movies like Morbius, like Madam Web. Yeah,
Yeah.
they bought the IP for 7 million originally. So I feel like, and
I feel
I
like
feel like Marvel's kind of scared if they put a offer in, Sony might be like no. And oh, by the way, we're canceling a contract with uh with you, so you can't use Spider-Man anymore. I feel like that's what they're scared of. But I feel like if they throw down like 2 billion, 3 billion, I feel like Sony would take it.
yeah, they probably would, but my counter offer to that is I'm not sure. They got the video games. Yeah, the video games only do ju they are good to a certain extent, but you got video games. I feel like that should be the trade-off. They continue with the video games, and we continue with the movie Spider-Man. And on the rights to that side, they do the video games, Marvel does the movie aspect of Spider-Man, owns the rights to that. That's a fair trade-off. In my opinion, that's a fair trade-off.
Yeah, I know. I'm be real on my end. I of course know about the Marvel and Sony thing with Spider-Man, but or know of it. I just never knew too much about it or how it worked. That's why I've been quiet the whole time because that's something I'm just not too familiar on. I just know when there's a Spider-Man movie out, I'm gonna watch it. That's kind of how I just don't. So, question, since y'all know about way more than me. Tom Holland, he doesn't have anything to do with Sony, does he? Or like the previous movies before that are with the MCU. So all the Avengers, the Homecoming stuff, does that have anything to do with Sony?
The Avenger, like any project that uh Spider-Man is in with the Avengers, like Civil War, uh um Infinity War, Endgame, those are a collaboration between Marvel and Sony. So Sony, I believe Sony has some say, but Marvel has majority say. Now the solo, every single solo Spider-Man project is Sony. I believe even the animated movies or animated TV shows, but everything
So
else
basically,
is Sony.
basically, Sony has the leverage. Sony has the leverage in this, so they're not giving up Spider-Man no time soon.
Yeah,
They have the leverage.
they own Spider. It's basically saying it's kind of like let's say uh I let Phil borrow my laptop, and I say he can borrow it for on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Like it's still my laptop, but I'm letting Phil borrow it for certain days. If Phil say, let's say, if Phil accidentally like does something I don't like, let's say Phil uh almost drops the laptop, I can be like, no, you're not allowed to use my laptop anymore.
Okay. I just thought of something. Why don't they both just use Spider-Man? If we're talking about the whole multiverse thing, why not Marvel have their Spider-Man and Sony have their own? Yeah, you said Andrew Garfield, but like pick a new Spider-Man to represent to represent Sony and the other one to represent Marvel. There you go. You got it.
Sony owns every single Spider-Man. Sony owns Spider-Man as a whole.
I mean, but where I'm getting confused is Marvel. How much power does Marvel have in the
None.
situation then? If
Pretty much none.
Okay,
They
okay. So
see
hold on,
their
because
country, I see their
so
agreement.
if they don't have hold on, if they don't have much power and Sony owns Spider-Man, why can't they just tell Marvel, stay the hell out the way? We gonna make our Spider-Man movie, and that way we can get the standalone neighborhood Spider-Man movie. And then when y'all make another Avengers or where we're ready for him to get back to the MCU, he just go back, and they do the deal
it's
again. I don't. That's
the
why I stay out of it because it's like a lot of complications I don't really
so
understand.
this whole like Spider-Man 4 being a multiverse thing, it's Sony's idea. It's not Marvel.
Oh, well, they're done.
Yeah.
So, so why? Okay, if my thing is, why is Spider-Man a part of Sony at a part of Marvel at all? If Sony has the control, all the
Because
control, why is he a part of it?
Marvel originally owned it. Marvel created Spider-Man. They were going bankrupt in the 90s and they sold him off.
So technically, I mean, I know in the music industry, when you discover an artist, you get 10% for a founder's fee or whatever. Why not just give them that then? If they created the superhero, just give them a little bit of the percentages and make your own Spider-Man movies.
because that's not part of the
Because
deal.
if that's the case, one could say Marvel does have some sort of say so if they're allowing them if they're in the movies, in Marvel movies. Maybe
No.
mainly in Marvel movies.
They're coming up with the agreements. They're going to Sony and asking for permission to borrow Spider-Man.
I mean, I guess, but like, I feel like if I own something and you want to use it, I just feel like you're profiting off of what I own, whether I originally created it
Well,
or
they
not.
they
You're
give
profiting
they
off of what I
give
created.
a part of that deal is they give Marvel gives Sony part of the profits from Endgame or whatever Avengers he's in. They
And
give them money.
if they're the ones producing and creating the movies, kind of, I don't see where Marvel is. What is Marvel doing that Sony isn't doing?
Marvel has control of pretty much every other Marvel superhero. Thor, they're producing the movie. Marvel's producing the Avengers side. Yeah, so Marvel's producing the Avengers side. Sony's producing the actual Spider-Man standalone movies. And Sony wants to get a chunk of that money from the Avengers movies, obviously. So Marvel, like when Marvel comes up with, they know Marvel will ask for Spider-Man to borrow Spider-Man, and Sony can pretty much ask however much money they want, or whatever
Okay.
percentage they want.
I just, I just want to say shout out to the fans, bro. The fans tonight have really shown us a lot of love. They're very engaged today. I want to say that real quick.
Yeah. I know. Just in conclusion, on my end, whoever has is going to be over it has the most say. We just don't want a multiverse movie. At the end of the day, I don't care who makes it. I just make a standalone neighborhood Spider-Man movie, at least just one that with Tom Holland. That's all I'm asking for. Whether it's Sony, whether it's Marvel, whether it's Disney, whether Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon gets it, I don't care. I just want a good standalone Spider-Man film with Tom Holland.
On the Disney thing, real quick, Barbie, I have a question. When they made the show, the Spider-Man cartoon on Disney those years back when we were kids on Disney XD that they were playing, what did they have a part? It was that the same scenario then?
Um, well, it depends. Was it just only Sony, or was it just only Spider-Man, or was it like the Avengers type?
This was a standalone Spider-Man TV show. I don't know if Phil knows what I'm talking about, but it was a standalone Marvel's TV show.
Yeah,
It was on what network?
then Sony. That was most likely Disney going to Sony asking if they can use the IP.
Okay.
And so Sony doesn't just own Spider-Man. They own all of his villains too. That's where the uh that's where the if Sony uses a villain in their standalone movie with Spider-Man, Marvel can't. That's where that comes in. So they own Spider-Man, Mysterio, Venom, uh, Vulture, Sandman, everyone. Exactly. Yeah, as long
All
as
right.
he's still in
Yeah,
the
this is.
MCU.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like if it were me, I would want to own the IP. I'm sorry, I would
I
want to
mean,
own it. If
they
I'm
really
using
don't
him
have a
in my
choice. So Sony's not going to give it up, and unless they take a huge cut, Sony's not gonna give it up. As long as Sony's still making a really good profit off of it, they're not gonna give up the IP.
All right. I do want to switch gears real quick, taking a little breather from this because I know we can all go on hours about Marvel and this debate, but just a little fun little break thing. I have a build the perfect rapper. So each of us individually will build our perfect rapper. The categories is voice, flow, lyrics, and ad libs. We can go by one by each category. So barbecue, you start off the last thing, so we can start with you again. Who would be the voice of your perfect rapper? And this is all time, dead or alive, whoever you would want to be. Want it to be.
Oh, this is hard. Lots of them have good voices. Does it have to be a rapper, or can it be like any singer?
It could be a singer too. It could be any artist.
Oh, give me the voice of Michael Jackson.
Okay. Okay. All right, KV.
oh, damn it, he stole mine, man. I was literally thinking that. I would say his rival out of spite, but I don't listen to enough. I haven't heard enough Prince songs to say Prince, so I'm gonna pick someone else. I'm gonna go with.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go
Real
with.
quick.
I'm gonna go with.
Let hold on. I was gonna say let's go ahead and do rapper, and then we could do artist another time. Because I was going
All
about
right,
it a
if
whole different way. You can do
okay,
rapper.
if we're gonna do rappers, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna have to stay down south because I believe down south is the best rap. I don't care what nobody says. Uh, um, who am I gonna go with though? That's a hard one. I'm gonna go Andre 3000 for the voice for mine.
Okay, very valid. All right, barbecue.
All right, voice. I mean that rapper. Oh, do I want to do flow? Ooh. All right, give me X's voice.
Okay, that's valid too. Very valid. All right. Voice like is difficult. I'm between two people. I'm between my second artist all time Drake, and I'm between Lauren Hill as the two voices. I'm going to go Drake. For me, someone that could, sing, rap. Has different cadences and styles. That's why he can rap in UK. He can do dance hall. He can do what's the other word? He can very versatile. So I'm gonna go with Drake as my voice, man. Next category is flow. So whose flow would you want to go with? Q will start with you.
All right, flow. I gotta go Juice. Juice's flow.
Okay.
All right. This is gonna take me out of the south, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go with Eminem for flow.
All right. So we got X voice with Juice Flow, and we got Andre 3K voice with Eminem Flow. That's very good. Uh, flow for me, I'm between two people. I'm between Biggie Small, Notorious B.I.G., and Gunna. When it comes to flow, I think I'm gonna go with Gunna. on this one. I'm just with the Drake voice and Gunna is that one person he can sounds like he's levitating at times when he's on a beat. So I think he has the best flow right now as far as melodic flow goes. So I'm gonna take Gunna with my flow. But next category is lyrics. So we'll start with you on this one, KB. Whose lyrics would you in your rap?
Dang it. I should have waited. Uh, let's see. Lyrics. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Dang, I'm gonna go with Lil Wayne. I'm gonna go with Lil Wayne for lyrics.
Okay, valid. How about you, barbecue?
Oh, this one's. Wait, what categories we have left after this?
So right now we have lyrics, and the category after this is the last one, and it'll be ad libs. But lyrics right
Oh, do I want to do his ad? All right, give me Ski's lyrics. Ski Mask lyrics.
now. Okay, very valid. I'm going to go right now. I got Drake voice, Gunna flow. Give me J. Cole's lyrics. I think J. Cole, as the older he's getting, just top form and more in his prime he's getting. Uh, get the fall off, not the fall off, but the off season album was incredible. The Might Delete Later mixtape, incredible. He's at top form right now. I would take J. Cole with my lyrics. And last category is ad libs. We'll start with you again, KB. Who would have the ad libs?
Take off from the Migos. R.I.P. Take off. That's who I'm going for ad libs.
That's good. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go DJ Scheme for ad libs.
Okay.
Can't beat water.
Yeah. That's what. So is that him? It's not Ski
I
that says that.
believe because at the show I heard him say, "Can I get a water?" and it sounded like him. I'm not 100% sure, but I do think it is. But either way,
Okay.
DJ Scheme
Yeah.
is good with his ad libs.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. All right. With my ad libs, so right now I got Drake voice, Gunna flow, J Cole lyrics, and I'm gonna end it off with I think the yeah is lit, the auto tune, crooning, humming, and stuff. I'm gonna take Travis Scott with my ad libs. So if y'all want to just go through what y'all pay for each category, and where y'all final rapper is. So barbecue will start with you. Who you have for voice, flow, lyrics, and ad libs all together?
All right, so voice I got X, flow I got Juice, lyrics I got Ski, ad libs I got DJ Scheme. I feel like that's like the perfect rapper for me.
Yeah, that's definitely good. KB.
All right. For voice, I have Andre 3000. For lyrics, I have Eminem. What's the next one?
Ad libs was the last one.
Atlas, I have Takeoff. So, yeah.
Yeah. And for me, voice, I got Drake. Flow, I got Gunna. Lyrics, I got J. Cole. And ad libs, I got Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah. I had Little Wayne for lyrics. My bad. I forgot that. So, yeah. I have the perfect old school mixed with a little new school type rapper.
I got straight Florida people. My brother said. All right, next up, that's actually a fun one. We should do that.
Yeah, we should do singers next, bro. That would be amazing. And
Uh,
Phil's not allowed to pick Michael Jackson since that's his favorite artist. I'm sorry, he cannot pick Michael Jackson for any of
I'll
them.
pick
No,
Michael
I'm just
I
Jackson
playing.
mean,
just to.
we should really just eliminate him. I mean, if we're being real, is that not the perfect artist?
I mean, I love music to the core, so I can find somebody else. So like I'm not gonna even spoil it. What I'm gonna who I would pick for the voice if I can't have Michael Jackson.
Yeah, for that one, it should just be perfect to compete against Michael Jackson because I mean that's the best. Yeah,
All right, next,
but I have to see when the time comes.
Bro,
next.
I ain't gonna hold you. Will I like my mom is a music head and she's always said she didn't like Ludacris, so I never listened to Ludacris any of his music except the Georgia song. That's the only one I know by Ludacris. So I don't really know. I'm not really familiar with Ludacris's music, but yeah, I forgot he's from Georgia. I forgot about that.
We should do this in a couple weeks and invite my brother on, and then like we but
Oh,
we
my favorite Steelers fan. My favorite
but
Steelers fan, the
we
most
gotta do
the
like
reasonable one.
yeah we should do that like
The most reasonable Steelers fan I ever met in my life.
all right. Next up, Star Wars Outlaw is actually released today. Um, People are not happy about it.
Of
Came out
course.
with a very buggy, like everyone expected. Um, and it's just kind of like a I believe it's about like a cyberpunk type launch where it's just very buggy. There was a bug that I heard that like you're flying in space and you get stuck in space, and literally the only way to fix it is restart your game. Like you have to just start from scratch. And with people pre-ordering, getting that glitch, pretty much having to restart and play again for like one day before the game actually released, I'd be pissed. I'd be really mad about that because the whole reason why I wanted 3 days early, I paid for 3 days early access, and I should not lose my spot if I'm getting 3 days early access.
I'm sorry, that's why I do not pre-order games. I do not. Because I don't want to spend all that money for it to have bugs and glitches. I'd rather buy it on either the day it comes out or a couple of days later. Now that I know this, uh, I don't know about purchasing it. Having to restart all over, that's kind of
It's
tough in
been
my opinion.
patched. The glitch has been patched. It's just it wasn't patched before.
I mean, I'll get it, but I'm not getting no deluxe or anything. I'm probably just gonna get like standard game. But that is one of the biggest thing about pre-ordering games. You don't know what problems it's gonna have, and you just literally bought this game in advance, and he has problems. I'm sorry, like that is the exact reason why I don't purchase games right off. I'll wait for a little bit to see how long how it's doing for other people or watching YouTube videos on it before I even get the game. So, I mean, I'll probably still get it, but I'm just getting a standard copy.
Yeah, so with talking about Star Wars Outlaws in general, I've said it before, and I'll still say that that is a game I want to like. I've been looking forward to a really good Star Wars game. It's just something about it that never captivated me like that. So I said I'm probably gonna do that once we get off stream. Watch a game or two of it to see how it is. But yeah, that's why I haven't gotten it yet. It was between I looked at it because I was pre-ordering 2K and I saw it, Yeah, but as far as the bugs and stuff go, I think that's to be expected, especially with a big game like this when it first launches, let alone on early access or early release. I think some bugs and stuff are just to be expected, just with any game in general, let alone a big game like this. I think as long as it bugs that can be fixed, like I know barbecue, you are saying that they patched one or two already. As long as they can be fixed and it's not looking like the game is just incomplete or wasn't ready to come out, then I think as long as it's not that, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Because like I said, bugs and stuff should, while they are annoying, I think they are to be expected.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna like Phil, you just said it. I'm probably gonna watch a couple of gameplay videos before I actually go out and get the game. I usually don't do that because I don't want any spoilers. But with these games nowadays, yeah, I feel like you gotta go look at it before you get it, in my opinion. They're just having all these types of problems. Like, not to get off subject, but there's a boxing game coming out. This game, they if it comes out real bad as far as bugs, it'll be crazy because you've literally been testing it on PC this entire time and fixing it as you go. So I'm just giving an example. If you I feel like I don't like if it like you said if it's able to be fixed, okay, cool, because you don't want a defective game and have to literally take it off the market and relaunch it again.
They should bring back Blockbuster in order to test out their games before you play it. Shout out to Blockbuster for one. What a classic place. I got to experience
Oh
that at
yeah,
least twice in my
whatever,
life.
Hope. Hope's my enemy. He's my second enemy. I still think he's Shane in disguise. Hope, you're my enemy, bro. You're on. I can't even say that on the internet either. What Grandpa's mugs used to say. That's you. If you're older than us, you know it. You know what kind of list, what the name of that list is. But anyways, he's on my list. Just keep that in mind, barbecue. If you want to guess, bring him on here because he got a lot of mouth on him.
Bro, I will say, while I don't think obviously Blockbuster would ever come back or be an option, I do think
I think
GameFly still exists
Redbox.
though. That's another throwback thing. Redbox, they're starting to get rid of those, but there are a few
Redbox
of those out
is
there still.
gone.
And then yeah. You say they what?
They're gone. They went bankrupt. They're like over $7 million in debt.
Yeah, I think it's one kiosk because I go by it sometimes. There's one kiosk at the CVS and McDonald left in the square. I think that one that's the only one that I know for sure is still there. But yeah, I know they're getting rid of them. But yeah, I do believe GameFly exists still.
Gamefly
So
does
that could
exist
be a
still.
way to that could be a way to test
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I just want to put this out there. Hope, I am just literally talking crap. I can't say what I want to say because my cousin's in the chat and she's in the next room, so I can't say the word I want to say. But anyways, I'm just talking crap, bro. I'm gonna give you a hard time since you gave me a hard time. So every time you hop up in the chat, I'm gonna have to give you a hard time. It's just what comes with the territory.
All right.
But I still think I still think Hope is Shane in disguise, guys. I'm sorry. Only Shane would attack me like that. I'm sorry.
All right. Next or not next up. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this game for a while. Partially because I don't have the money right now to get it. But um, but I'm hoping by the time I get it, it'll it'll be all patched up. But all right. Anything left to say about Star Wars Outlaws?
It should have a Han Solo cameo. That's all I gotta say.
All
Yeah,
right.
that wouldn't be bad.
Now, time for some news Phil has been waiting for his entire life. Wendy's and SpongeBob are coming out with a collaboration. Coming out with a Krabby Patty meal. Um, Coming October 8th, 2024. It looks like a Dave single. I would know. I worked at Wendy's for a year and a half. Looks like a Dave single, but they're calling it a Krabby Patty. Krabby Patty. Comes with French fries and a pineapple under the sea frosty. I don't know if that's a meal or if it's just the items. It looks like it's a meal because French fries are a normal meal. But I want to get your guys' thoughts on this.
Um, I don't really go. I mean, Wendy's is literally across the street from my job. But yeah, and plus I do food reactions and stuff too. But anyways, yeah, I'll definitely try it and try it out. Yeah, I mean, SpongeBob is a very, very. I didn't realize SpongeBob was still this popular, and I'm surprised they're just now doing this. So yeah, but yeah, I think it's a good concept. As long as it's a good burger, I always love a good burger. If it's a good burger, then I'm in.
Yeah, so obviously, big SpongeBob fan. I have no shame in saying I watched that. And obviously, what I do think is just gonna be a normal Wendy's burger, whatever. I don't care. I'm getting it just to say I've had a Krabby Patty. I think that's awesome. Funny enough, as soon as you sent this in the chat barbecue, I was at work and in the truck with my coworkers. I told them, and by the way, one is 22. He was talking about how he watches SpongeBob with his girlfriend still. So no shame in it. Other one is 30 with 3 kids, another one on the way, and he still watches SpongeBob with his kids. So I think we're gonna be going to get that when it comes on our lunch break. But yeah, definitely, I'm excited about that. I'm not gonna lie. I no shame in it. Definitely, probably going to be getting that eventually.
Yeah, I don't personally go to Wendy's that often anymore. I mean, if you have it for a meal like at least 3 times a week for a year and a half, kind of get sick of it. But I might go just to get this, just to see what it's like. Um, I don't really go out eat fast food in general, but I mean, let's be honest, we all dreamed of this as a kid. Um,
Just always wanted to know the formula, the secret formula. That's all I always wanted to know.
hey, maybe plant you can grab it and get plankton. Get plankton sell you. Fuse Wendy's $1 nuggets in a 5 piece. They do they still sell it biggie bags?
Yeah.
Biggie bags is actually a really good deal. It's like $5. You get a sandwich, nuggets, fries, and a drink. Like,
Do they even sell 4 for $4 still? I don't go there that much. My
they
go-to
have the
fast
four
food
for
is
four.
Burger King. Oh yeah, they have the 4 for $4. Yeah, I never got why they brought in the biggie bag for $5 if they already had something cheaper.
Well, it's just
I,
different
I, I
different
think
variety. I think. I think four
I
for
think
four
it
you
replaced
can.
the 4 for 4.
I think the 4 for 4 you have to choose different like a certain menu items or something like I can't remember. What were you saying, Phil?
I may be wrong, but I think the biggie bag replaced the 4 for 4. That's why they came with that. And the biggie bag was cool when it was $5, but now it's like the $7 bag. Really, same thing with Taco Bell did with their cravings box.
Yeah, Phil's right. They replaced it. No, this thing says July as of July 8th, 2024. Yep, the Wendy's still offers the 4 for $4 meal deal, which includes a junior cheeseburger topped with Yeah, with all the stuff it had. They still offer it, according to this. And this is from Wendy's. And then I see something else that said they removed it on January 1st, 2024. So I really do not know.
Meal deal, is that meal? No, it wouldn't be meal deal. I don't know. I'm either way. I remember it being a good deal, but that was like in 2020, 2021 ish. So, all right. Next up, second to last topic for the night. Michael Jackson biopic. I know it's been announced. I believe they even finished filming a while ago, but I don't know when it's supposed to release. But I believe his grandson is playing him.
His nephew, yeah,
Nephew.
his nephew.
Yes, nephew. They've made like I don't know if this is gonna be good or bad. They've made so many different quote unquote Michael Jackson biopics. I mean, the only one that I actually stamp and I like, I know it wasn't just about him, but the Jackson 5 one with Jackson's Come to
Yeah,
America, whatever it's the American Dream, whatever it's called.
the
That one,
American
that's the
Dream.
one I stand behind always. I'll always stand behind that one. I know they did one with Flex. That one with Flex was insane.
That
That
doesn't
looked at
exist.
like a joke.
That doesn't
I know
exist.
Lifetime did one. That one, I don't know. But
Oof.
maybe this one will be better.
It's releasing
Yeah,
April
so
18th next year.
I'll still watch it. You know, I love music. I always say that. I love music. I don't care what genre, race you are. It doesn't matter to me. Music is music. Music has no race. Music has no, you know, everybody can. Music brings people together, in my opinion. Music has a lot of things about it where, yeah, but yeah. So anything with a musical biopic, I always watch it. Like, there's another musical biopic. I know nothing about the artist besides that he does. I think he's like a country artist. I forgot his name, but I'm gonna go see that. But yeah, I think this Michael Jackson movie is going. I feel like it should be good if he's having if the nephew is playing him. That would lead me to think that the family has something to do with the movie.
So it's the same director as the Equalizer series, Emancipation, King Arthur, Bullet Train. He did a lot of other work. So
Is it Hank Williams?
no, it's I can't. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not gonna try. But you can look him up. Um,
Oh yeah, Miss Dean just put his name in the chat. I don't know how to say that either. That last name doesn't even look American. Not to try to sound rude, but it doesn't.
um, but yeah, he's doing it. I watched Bullet Train, so if it's I know it's not gonna be anything like that, but like the cinematography was great in that. So this is kind of a little different from what he's used to. He's main mainly made like action movies, shooter movies. So let's hopefully it's good.
yeah, so obviously I've been keeping up with this since they've been leaking screenshots for months, or really a year now. Me and my mom have. I'm seeing this day one in my Beat It jacket when it comes out. Gonna be first in line at theaters. Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be great from everything we've heard. The casting looks great. The fact I love that it's a Jackson family member portraying Michael. I think that you can't do any better than in house with the family. And if you heard him sing, I mean, he sounds very identical almost to Michael. I've heard that all the music in there is going to be his voice singing it. As far as dancing and stuff, no one's ever going to be Mike when it comes to that. I'm not sure that's going to go big either way. I think it's going to be a great movie. The Jackson family also has their hands in it, and they said that they're telling the full and true story of everything, and not just what they want you to hear or trying to hide things or keep things. It's supposed to be a complete story of his life. So I'm really looking forward to it. Like KB said, the best thing we've got to it was the Jackson 5 American Dream biopic, which is amazing. One of my favorite movies of all time. And while that was a biopic and Michael was a focus in it, it wasn't just a Michael biopic. So I think this is going to be the first real and actual good Michael biopic that we got because, like I said, the one with Flex does not exist. And the other one that Lifetime did, it was like, it was life like during his like after Neverland, like something like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it though. Obviously, as a Michael Jackson fan and music fan in general. So,
I do want to say this, Miss Dean. No matter how you break down, we still don't understand how to pronounce that name. What country is that name from, Miss Dean? At least give us that, then we might know how to pronounce it. But you breaking it up like that does not help us. I just want to say that.
Fuqua. Is that not
Oh
Fuqua?
God, here she comes. Here she comes, guys.
Fuqua, literally Fuqua, Antoine
Yeah, that's
Fuqua.
yeah, exactly. Fuqua. Yeah.
He's American, so
He stormed out of her room and said, "It's what's it? What's his first name?
He's black.
What's his first name?
Fuqua.
Antoine Fuqua. I guess he's like French. That's French or something. The last name, I don't know.
all right. Last topic for the night. This one, I think it was in like circulation for a while. I don't know how long exactly they were planning on doing this, but Capri Sun is moving on from the pouches that we all know and love, um, and going to bottles.
Yeah, I've been saying this for a while. It's
That's sad.
interesting.
Though.
The bottles look like prime bottles in my opinion, but hey, we're not gonna speak on that. But I mean, as long as we got the same flavors, nothing crazy, I'll still drink a Capri. I've been drinking Capri Sun in years. I ain't gonna hold you. So I will try it out to see how it tastes. But yeah, all the time, like there's really no drinks that are still in pouches anymore, to be honest. Yeah, they still make drinks in pouches, but nothing like big brands or anything.
Kool-Aid's still in pouches too, aren't they?
It is a powder though. We're talking about a drink, the actual drink in there where you can drink it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking the Kool-Aid. You never had the Kool-Aid
Oh yeah, the Kool-Aid
jammers? Like
Jammers.
it's the same. Yeah, yeah. It's the
Oh
same
yeah, I
packaging.
forgot about that.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
I
used
mean,
to get those low
I
key
think
more than the percent.
I mean, I don't understand why they're changing it. I mean, it's like if they change the flavors, okay, that's insane. But if they're gonna change the bottle, okay, that's fine for me. As long as it doesn't taste like Prime, that's all I care about.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't know. I feel like it's a waste of plastic.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
isn't it still in plastic in the pouch though?
Yeah, but that's like it's a less volume of plastic in the pouches. So
It's just the nostalgic uh, fact for me. Like I just like Capri Suns are supposed to be in the little pouch. You grab one, like I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's just the nostalgia for me. I mean, putting it in a
I,
plastic cup now it's just like any other drink. What makes it stand out? What's gonna make me want a Capri Sun other than a regular juice now that's in the other bottle? I don't know. That's just how it is for me.
I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm probably gonna go get a Capri Sun, a box of Capri Sun, just for the nostalgia alone of drinking it before they switch it out. So yeah, I mean, that's another thing though. Nostalgia and name recognition is what's gonna help it in the bottle. Yeah, man. Barbecue got walked off. That's the last topic. Shout out to the fans again, man. Like, bro, you guys are really this is our biggest crowd this season. 5 people. This is
Yeah,
our biggest crowd. This is our most interactive crowd as well. So yeah, even though some people want to disagree with me, everyone knows you don't disagree with KV.
yeah, Capri Sun needs to be in pouches. I feel like it just won't taste the same in the bottles.
What? It's literally the same flavors. How would the taste change?
Bro,
yeah.
you don't understand.
That plays a factor, man. It
Like
really
the
does. It plays a
straw,
factor.
everything plays. Like
What? It's it's literally the same flavor. They're not changing the recipe. They're just
I
changing what
know,
type
but
of bottle it's in.
it just won't taste the
It's not
same
gonna taste the
drinking
same.
like that instead of
It's not
drinking
gonna
like
hit.
that.
I don't know, bro.
You'll understand when you're older.
Yeah,
I'm
like
older
a
than the
glass
both.
bottle.
Cool. I'm older than the both. Yeah, I will, Miss Dean. I'll do that. I want you to buy some pouches and buy a bottle, the same flavor, and do a taste test. Yeah, we should do that.
Exactly, Will. Coke does taste better in a glass bottle.
Well, I know we're on a podcast, so I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but you know they have a secret ingredient in that version of Coke. But anyways, yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add?
The last thing I want to say is come next week, Bill, when we talk about this game, bring your A game. That's all I gotta say. Don't come up here and choke, because it's gonna be a freaking drag out war. It always is with you. I don't know why it's shifted between a war between me and Phil, but it has. In my opinion, the war between me and Barbecue when it comes to our favorite football teams, it's over. We've already won that war. We made it further in the playoffs. So yeah, we're a better team. We've already proved that. So that war is over in my opinion. The new war is against Phil, the war that I've been fighting since I was a little kid growing up in Hampton, Georgia against the Falcons ever since they got rid of Michael Vick. So Phil, please be battle ready. Please be battle tested because next week I'm coming for you, my guy. That's the last thing. Oh, and one more thing. Shane, stop ducking me. You need to come. Stop ducking me. Stop running away from me. Shane, come to the podcast. You're scared. You're running around. Hey, tuck the kiddos in for the night and come take battle me one on one. Let's go.
All right, Will. Steelers are not going
Well,
0
I
1.
am cool. I support Will and Hope. I just want to put out there if he's still out there. All fun and games. Don't really have a vendetta with you. But Shane, oh yeah, I'll always have a vendetta with Shane. Shane literally disrespected me in more ways than one. So yeah.
Phil, you got anything else?
Nah, that's all I got for tonight.
All right, appreciate you all for watching. We will be back here next week. I will be back on Monday, and we'll see you guys later.